Hi everyone, welcome to another What's Next video here in North County, San Diego, California. I'm in Duluth Canyon and my name is Ricky, and this is Wednesday, and we have another 4 years of, I guess, what's next, and that's what my channel is. What's next? What's over is over. What's next is what we go on to. And what's in the middle is living in the moment. And that's what I do at 70 years old. This month, I'm going to be 71. And I am enjoying my life here behind a barn in North County on an organic farm in the country. I have an organic little garden here that I grow peppers. One of my favorite things to do. The Tahitian squash, I'm going to show you that in a minute. My hobby is root burls. I'm going to take you in and we'll look at some of my new projects. And I think that those are going to be some of my what's next, at least for this winter, because I have several of them that are going to take me a long time to get through. And let's see, the strawberries. Remember that video? I did all the repotting of those strawberries. And look how well they're doing. I'm going to turn the video around and start there. Originally, all of these strawberries, not all of these, half of these strawberries were over here. And then I repotted them and relocated them over to a better location because of all the growth that we've had out here in the last 2 years with this climate. It's been amazing. Things have just gotten overgrown. This has been at least another 10 feet. And that is shaded this whole area, and that just took out the sun for these strawberries. So now they're in a new place and they're really liking it. So I had like 20 and I divided them out. Now I have 40. And this is also what I do when I make these things, I propagate these things. They're beautiful. It's a beautiful variety of strawberry. They have a beautiful texture to them. They have a great strawberry cherry flavor. They've got a very unique strawberry flavor. I have several of them that are doing really well. And this is what happens is one of these, this is a mother plant here. She'll send out a shoot, which she looped over to this one. Now I took the middle shoot that was coming off of that and I planted it and I let the other end of the shoot come out. And now it's down here. So there is the third plant off of this plant. And it's coming here. And now this is going to grow out. And that will grow out and keep growing. And that will become another plant. And I will just put a new pot for that one. And that's how I keep this variety cloned. It just grows and grows and grows. And again, the variety is a very happy variety here. I think there's a real pretty one back here. Yeah, that's a real pretty strawberry. So that is the strawberry story. And let's move on to the pepperoncinis. Pepperoncinis, my favorite vegetable so far growing. This is the fourth batch that I've gotten off of this. I think this is probably the end of them for the season. I just had one of these. I popped one of these off and ate it just like this. They are not hot. They do get hot right about here. Yeah, right about here. Boy, you can get them out. That's a firecracker right there. The rest of it's real mild. So these will pickle out real nice. They're not great big, but they're ready. I don't think they're going to get much more bigger because of the winter time. The chill in the air, and it's going to get colder. So I think this particular batch is done, but right here are a whole bunch of new batches right in there. So that'll be my new batch. This will be the last year that I grow Tahitian squash, and this is why. Here is one plant here. Here's one squash plant. This vine is pretty much done. Here is another plant. And this is where it started, and this one is done. And this is what those two plants produced. Not only did I already picked 30 pounds, but that went to market. That didn't sell, by the way, only because they're too doggone heavy. They're about 15 pounds a piece. These are little ones. think these will be happy. They're only about maybe 4 pounds. So this somebody could take home in a shopping bag. That will work. But this monster right here, let's go through and look at a couple of these. This one here, my God. Yeah. You can weight lift with this thing. Oh, we're going to weigh that out. We'll pick that one. We'll weigh that out. How about this one? What do you think? How much do you think that weighs? You think if you went to the farmer's market and somebody was selling you this delicious Tahitian squash, I mean, it's better than butternut, and they offer this squash to you, could you bring it home? No, I don't think you would. It's just too heavy. So they don't sell. And therefore they become goat food, chicken food, and that is why Tahitian squash just is not a good idea to grow in a home garden. Maybe a home garden. Maybe you could just grow one plant. Let me take that back. Grow one plant, make it behave. Only grow 1 or 2 of these puppies, and you have squash for life. Okay, well, that's not the end of these things. They go down the hill. There's one there. There's one right there. And there's more down on the hill there. There's some there. There's more over there. They're all over. So that'll be the end of the squash. And the eggplant, that was amazing. All of a sudden, the eggplant, after being in here all summer, decided it was going to grow eggplant. Now, for winter, I didn't know this is the season that it liked the most, but apparently it does. So these are an Italian style eggplant. They've got thorns on them, and then something kind of chewed on this one. So I don't think this is any good. I'm going to cut this one out. But I have several of these that are growing now. I don't know what they're going to do through the winter. We'll find out. Whew, the wind is coming up. This is passion fruit plant. It is restricted in some states. I think you can grow it, but it has to be in a pot or something like that. And I can see why. This was planted in spring from a nursery, one of our favorite nurseries in the farmer's market. It has some delicious fruit, a variety here. Here are some of the fruit. There's another one. There's several fruit on this, but this was just stuck in the ground. I put it in the ground and fertilized it and put little rocks down there. Here's the size of the stalk right there. And this is the results in just one beginning of the year. It was very small, and I trained it, and this has already been pruned multiple times. So I can see why it can be very invasive. It'll take over anything and will grow wildly. Hi everyone. I'm back in my little Root Burl garden house, greenhouse studio. That's my sanding, carving, forming studio here. And I want to thank all of you for watching my videos. I am going to be hanging in here for the next 4 years. I hope I will be 75 the next time we have another election. So we'll see how time flies. But I want to let you know that when you get my age, it's like a roller coaster, except for it doesn't go up and down anymore. It's like this. It goes woo straight, and it goes down fast. So you got to watch out and be careful with yourself as you age, and you must exercise and eat right and all of that. So listen, I don't need to tell you all about that. You'll get old sooner or later, or if you're already old, I hope you're doing okay. This is going to be the end of the video for today. It's a little teaser as well. I have a root burl that was showing signs of living things inside of it. So it had some little entrails or little thing droppings, little tiny dust things from critters that were living in here, more than likely some dry termites, some very dry wood termites. And but I soaked this in the barrel with some baking soda, and it was in there for a good week. I'm sure there are no longer any bugs in this particular root burl. This one is a very unique one. I think it is probably, I would say, only one in the world at this point. Nobody else has shown one like this. I call it the rock eater. Now, once I take this oxidation off of this root burl, and as I have this video going on right now, I'm going to tell you about it. I'll be pointing to the areas that I'm talking about here. But this root burl is very, very old. It found a rock, and it grew around a rock, which kept it from being pushed over, bulldozed over, hacked over for many, many, many years. Unfortunately, it met its demise with a big D5 that cleared a whole area of these old root burl, these old oak, scrub oak root burls, and I found this one. So I will be showing you this. This is where the rock was embedded in the tree. The actual tree was growing around it. This is a live oak root burl, and as you can see, as I move this around here with the camera in a few minutes, you'll see, well, you should be seeing it right now. Here's how the rock found its way inside, and all of this is where I started working on it again. So I need to go over this entire structure with my sanding barrels, and this took me about 10 minutes. So if you look at this whole thing, it's about a day's worth of sanding with this, with a small, fine root burl, a barrel sander, in order to make this really pretty and shiny, and show all the furls and little swirls and knots and everything else that is in this wood. Right now you can't really see them because of all the oxidation. Now that oxidation happened because this thing has been in a ground out here that is high, very, very high in iron. So the iron itself had an opportunity to get into a lot of this dead wood, this really old wood. It's been exposed for years and years and years, and in that, the iron has gotten a chance to get the oxygen, and therefore it oxidizes with the tannin in the wood, and it will turn black. So any tannin with air and iron, the wood will turn black. You didn't know that. That's why you see when you hammer a nail into a piece of wood, why the wood is black around a nail. That's because of the tannin, the iron in the nail. So anyway, some artists use that to paint, to do dark, make wood black for artwork. Anyway, we'll get off of that. I'm rambling, and I'm going to cut the video from here. That's my teaser. The next time I show you this, I'll have it completely sanded out and oiled. And this one here will be a very, very unique specimen. I don't know how I'm going to show it. I have several that I want to show, but this one here is real special. Thanks for watching the video. My name is Ricky. Subscribe and like my channel. Stay with me. I'm going to be around for a while. You never know what's going to be next.